right, it's 7 p.m. I'll call the meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone. If we could start with our roll call vote, please, Kim.
Adam Hempkin. Adam, can you hear us?
Adam Hempkin? Adam?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you hear us?
I can now. Thank before.
Good.
Tammy Hines.
Here.
Andrea Corey.
Here.
Greg Meyer.
Here.
Scott Middlecamp.
Here.
Lisa Schumacher.
Here.
Tyson Search.
Here. All right, thank you. We have a quorum. I'd like to welcome all our visitors, a couple here, and everybody online as well. Do we have any public comments? No? Just came for the show, right? Yeah. Perfect. All right, I think correspondents have gone around here. Moving on to the consent agenda.
The consent agenda, we are mostly full with our positions. We still need cooks, we still need drivers, but we'll be able to make do if school would start. I will say this, we're looking at our enrollments. Our kindergarten, first, second, third, they're all looking at around 22 to 23 students per classroom. Really been spending a lot of time working with Alyssa and Jean and discussing it with Miss Becker, and I'd like to add a kindergarten and first grade elementary teacher to the mix. Say we're going to post for that. The reason behind that is it would bring our classes down to 20. Of our kindergartens, a lot of them have never gone to preschool because of the COVID. We're still fighting the COVID. This will be accounted for in the budget. It's going to be probably our ESSER 3 funds that we'll be able to write for that. And so based on the grant for the ESSER money, the fact that we've got the class sizes that are larger, we're coming off of the COVID year, I'd like to add a kindergarten and a first grade. Mrs. Becker is going to move some things around and make that work. But I'd like to have that added. I know that's a last minute consent item, but we were waiting to get the numbers in, and then really we've been spending some time thinking about it. So changed the mind and decided to post for it today, in fact. So if there's no issues with that, we'd like that approved as amended with the 2 postings for kindergarten and first grade.
Any questions? Concerns? Comments? All right, with that, I'd entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda as amended.
Thanks, Scott.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Andrew. Have a motion and a second. Kimberly, roll call, please.
Adam Hempkin.
Hi.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Middlecamp.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you. On to item number 6 is our communication reports and presentations. Start with our administrator's report.
Yeah, it's we're not in session right now, so we're skipping over the principal's report. They will most likely be back next month as we're back in session. So we'll move on to the assistant superintendent's report. It's Alyssa's first.
It is. So I don't have a lot yet for you, other than to tell you I feel like I've hit the ground running. Done a lot of reviewing Courtney's notes to see where kind of things were left off and kind of the vision of where things were going. Did a lot of looking at the surveys that teachers filled out at the end of this year to kind of see where their feelings were and what I could kind of start the year off with what they were kind of thinking. I've met with all of the building principals and had a conversation where they feel like their buildings are curriculum-wise, where strengths and weaknesses are, and kind of how I can help assist and we can move together as a district. I have been looking at the preliminary Illinois assessment of readiness scores have come in, so they're not the official ones, but the preliminary ones have come in, so I've been breaking those down to kind of see what they look like, but also compare them to pre-COVID to see how far behind, how much COVID really did have an impact on the students and where we need to make sure that we focus. So working on those and breaking those up, and then going to have some conversations with the building principals before school starts, and then start having grade level teams help go through that data with me as well. Working with the principals to do the school improvement plans, but kind of at a holding point for a second until I know Mr. Grody is working with you all on kind of your priorities and goals and vision. And I really think that the school improvement plans need to come from the district improvement plan and work its way down so that everything filters in together. So I'm waiting, kind of on hold with those, but that's on the forefront. Obviously, the curriculum maps, I've gone through them to see how far Courtney and those curriculum teams have gotten and where we need to go, but hopefully all of those will be ready for your approval sooner rather than later, but it's a giant project, so I'm not going to say in the next month or so. But also really want to be able to get community involvement in those as well. So have parents be able to see them, ask questions, get some input from the community as well on those. And then otherwise, I've been meeting a lot of people in the district. I keep telling people, it's great to meet them, but give me a little bit of time before you test me on your name. But met with the certified union today and the support staff union, so I got to meet a lot of them. Met people just being out in the buildings and moving around. And then in the community, I've been trying to get around and meet as many people as possible too, so I had a chance to meet with the new mayor. I've been to 2 Rotary meetings, so starting to meet some community members on the Rotary as well, and I've met with Sergeant Hopkins as well, kind of planned some things out, but kind of he's been filling me in a little bit more too about the community, so.
Thank you very much. To our superintendent's report.
Yeah, regarding FOIA, we had our, our quarterly Smart Procure FOIA. We responded to that as we always do. Summer projects, I don't know if you've seen the middle school, but it's going to get sprayed next week so that hopefully it'll never get black again. It's going to stay nice and clean for us. The high school parking lot looks good. They've repaired it and it's doing very well. The other big thing is masks. COVID and updates. We're given the local control. Talking with Mr. Wagner at this point in time, he firmly believes that we should be able to have masks optional. We will be working with the health department to make sure that our numbers are where they need to be. I've gotten a few phone calls from concerned parents about that option. Just like last year, whenever we made a decision, you'd hear both sides of the position. And so I just want to be clear, there's some people that aren't happy about the fact that we're doing masks optional. And I think there's a lot of people, though, that are happy. Tomorrow, Alyssa and she's going to attend her first ROE meeting via Zoom. And all the superintendents are meeting with the health departments, and we're going to discuss various things. Had a presentation today from Barney Mundorf, our legal counsel, and some highlights from that are that masks are indeed local decisions, that we should be working with our health departments. And so as long as it's safe for us to do so, we will continue masks optional. Masks are required on the bus, just like they're required on planes, trains, Ubers, any mass transit. It's a federal mandate, and so on our buses we will have to wear masks. We have ordered extra masks, so the bus drivers will have them for the students that come and they don't have them, but we're hoping that won't be too big of an issue. Quarantines is the big one that's going to be a discussion for tomorrow that I'll learn more about. It's my understanding right now that if you are vaccinated, you will not need to be quarantined for close contact. I also am unsure what close contact's new definition is going to be, as to whether or not it's now to the 3-foot rule or if it's the 6-foot rule. I will say this, there's discussion that if 2 people are wearing masks, say we're in here, you've got a mask on, I've got a mask on, you don't have a mask on, you get sick, I would not be quarantined because I had a mask and you had a mask. I think you would be quarantined possibly if you were within close contact because you weren't wearing the mask and you don't have that layer. Again, quarantining is probably one of the key questions we've gotten from parents, And as we're working through all of the logistics of this, we're going to communicate out with the parents as soon as we can, as soon as we know a lot of those details. Again, it's going to be working with our health department on those details to make sure that what we do is safe for our area with our numbers. We encourage all family members, all children that are feeling ill to stay home. You know, the whole idea of then needing to be tested and everything like that is going to then be the new processes for this year, is we're going to have to see what's going to happen. So those protocols are going to be somewhat adjusted. Those are really the key high points. Are there any questions, concerns, or comments regarding any of that? We will have a return to school plan. It's going to currently be exactly what we had last year, only amended, where masks are optional. It will give the superintendent control to work with the Illinois Department of Public Health to, hopefully we don't have it happen, but you know, should it happen, we'll have to say, you know, send out a message and say masks are now mandatory and we're gonna have to start wearing them. The Delta variant is the key thing I think a lot of people are concerned about. All I can say is right now we are working on it. Safety and security of your children is primary, and so we've been told it's safe to go without masks, so we're gonna go without masks until it's not safe. And we'll make the adjustments as necessary. All right.
Any questions? Lively group tonight. All right, on to item 7, which is our items for action. First is review, discussion, consider the resolution regarding local control. This was put on the agenda before
We were given local control.
advised we have local control, so
We're good.
I think we're good. If anybody has anything to discuss or ask or deal with, so that's government action. We get it before we even ask for it, so. Perfect, all right. Go on to item B under this subgroup is the approval of the milk bid.
So the milk bid, we had Prairie Farms and Cole submit bids. Prairie Farms was the lowest. They are a reasonable bidder. The recommendation is that you approve the milk bid of Prairie Farms as presented.
Any questions or discussion? Anybody want to go out on a limb and approve the milk bid? Or?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Tammy.
I'll second it.
Lisa, motion and a second. Kimberly, roll call, please.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Middleton.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Humpkin.
Yes.
We all like milk, good. All right, C is the approval of the bread bid.
We had 2 bids for the breads. It was the Alpha and the Cole. The Alpha was the lowest bidder, and again, they're a responsive bidder, so we recommend that the board awards it to Alpha as presented.
You want to talk about bread? And I entertain a motion to accept our bread bid as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Tyson? Second. For bread fans?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, roll call, please, Kim.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Middleton.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Humpkin.
Yes.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
D is the approval of the food and supplies bid,
Yeah.
except milk and bread.
We had only 1 bidder for food, and that was Cole. We had 2 bidders for supplies, which would be paper products. That was Cole and that was Royal. Cole was the lowest bidder on the paper products, and so what we're recommending is that you approve Cole to provide us the food and supplies bid.
Any questions or discussion? That, I entertain a motion to accept the bid as recommended.
So moved.
Thanks, Scott.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Andrea. Motion and second. Kimberly, roll call, please.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Middleton.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Humpkin.
Yes.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Thank you. Item F is approval of our, oops, I'm sorry, I missed one. Approval, next E, I'm sorry, is the approval of the chemical for food service bid.
We had 3 bidders for this: Industrial, Coal, and Royal. Industrial was the cheapest, they were the lowest, and they're responsive bidders, so we recommend that we give it to Industrial.
Discussion or questions? I will comment, I was amazed at the price variance between the 3 bids on the exact same item, so
Yeah.
thank you for doing the due diligence. Maybe I'd like to make a motion to accept the bid from Industrial Soaps.
I'll make the motion.
Lisa? Second. Tyson seconds. Roll call, please.
Scott Middlecamp.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Hemken.
Yes.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes. Thank you. All right, F is the approval of the fuel bid.
R&M was the only company that bid for the fuel. They're a responsive bidder. They are, as the only bidder, the lowest bidder. The recommendation is to give it to R&M.
Questions? I entertain a motion to accept R&M as our fuel provider.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Tammy.
I'll second.
Lisa seconds. Roll call, please.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Hemken.
Yes.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Middlecamp.
Aye.
Thank you. Next item is the G, approval for the safety hazard school safety busing area.
Yeah, this is a yearly action item that we do. Long story short, we get reimbursed by the state for transportation of students. Any student that lives beyond 1.5 miles from a school can be reimbursed, unless we approve the hazardous areas, and then we can get reimbursed for those that live within 1.5 miles. Since we've got Veterans Parkway, we've got Route 3, we've got Main Street for Eagle View, and those are our roads that we don't necessarily want children crossing if they're less than 1.5 miles. So we recommend that we approve the hazardous school safety busing area so that we can transport all of our children and be reimbursed.
Any questions? With that, entertain a motion to accept the safety hazard school bus safety busing area. It's a mouthful.
So moved.
Thanks, Scott. For a second.
I'll second.
Tyson seconds. Roll call, please.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Hemken.
Yes.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Middlecamp.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Motion carries. H is the approval of hiring ancillary staff as needed for the 2021 to 2022 school year.
Yeah, and this is our next board meeting, believe it or not, school will have started. We will be in session. It's just around the corner. With that said, there's always last minute people that I need to hire and get on board, and I'd like to get them able to start working prior to your approval. The names will come in August for your approval, but I'd like to be able to have the permission to get them started before that. It's a yearly thing that I ask for, so my recommendation is that you grant me the authority for ancillary staff.
Questions? That I entertain a motion to authorize Mr. Grody to hire his ancillary staff as needed.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Andrea.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Roll call, please.
Adam Hemken.
Yes.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Middlecamp.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Motion carries. On to the light reading, we have the approval of the first reading of the board policy, the press issue number 107.
For the board's knowledge, Adam Hemken and Scott Middlecamp are the 2 board members that are on the subcommittee. So as you're reading through this, you have questions, concerns, comments, you can direct it to me or to either of them. And then we will be getting together sometime before the next board meeting to answer any questions or make any recommendations that need to happen with that. Right now, this is the first reading, so administration recommends the board approves the first reading of the policies.
Adam, Scott, anything to add?
Not at this point. And again, for the first reading, if you want to ratify that, really, we go through the first reading, and if we have any changes, we can make those changes prior to, and amend those at the second reading.
Any other questions or discussions? That I'd entertain a motion to approve the first reading for board press policy 107.
So moved.
Thanks, Scott. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Adam. Roll call, please.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Hillcamp.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Hempkin.
Yes.
Perfect. Motion carries. That concludes our items for action. Item 7 is our discussion items for individual board member comments. Do we have anything they'd like to say, address? All right. Item 9 is board president's prerogative. I don't have anything this evening either. I'll let you all go home early.
Nothing for executive session?
Nothing for executive session. All right. Last item is adjournment. Then I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Scott? Second? Second. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Andrea Corey.
Yes.
Greg Meyer.
Yes.
Scott Hillcamp.
Aye.
Lisa Schumacher.
Yes.
Tyson Search.
Yes.
Adam Hempkin.
Yes.
Tammy Hines.
Yes.
Never have a problem with the motion to adjourn. It's amazing. That concludes the meeting.